Good morning, St. Lucia, and welcome to This Morning Waking Up in the Know with me, Jenna and Gastor. It is Tuesday, May 17th, 2016, and the working days are back, and yes, we all have to crunch it and grind that bull, but it is your favorite morning show in the morning. So, just as always, I am going to give you a recap of the long weekend's headlines. Coming into our news desk, we have a 15-year-old teenager is the island's latest homicide victim. The teenager, identified as Gregory Stephen, aka Boyo, was shot multiple times in the early hours of Monday morning. According to reports, Stephen was shot about 7 times on Chaussee Road. The incident occurred at about 2:22 a.m. The victim is reported to have been taken to hospital via a private vehicle and was in intensive care unit of Victoria Hospital.
I already had a whole idea. I was in bed last night. I was sleeping already. When I heard my boy mentioning like somebody shoot my son, so I jumped from the sleep, you know. So when I opened the gate, I rushed outside. I see him lying down by the entrance of the graveyard, lying down. Unless bullet wounds on him, you know. So right away I had to stop a car that was passing, a vehicle, and made them give him a ride to Victoria Hospital, you know.
Do you have any idea why this transpired?
I don't know, but all I know, he told me exactly who shot him, and he told the police that, so she went to the police, you know.
Okay.
But before he died, he spoke to me, you know, and the police.
Okay. How old was your son?
15.
15. How do you feel about that?
Well, very bad because since he's 4 years, I have been taking care of him, taking from his mother, and I'm the only one taking care of him, you know. And we live together in this house there. It's just me and him, you know. So that's something I really miss, you know. You know, that's like my right hand, you know, but I only have one, and he was helping me here, you know. So I will miss him, you know. But he wasn't a bad person, you know. He had his bad ways, but he wasn't a bad person. He was just a troublesome, like why them don't like me certain people or walk, still good about doing it, you know. But I feel real bad about it, trust me.
Meanwhile, UWP candidate for Castries Central seat Sarah Flood Bowbray weighed in on the matter.
Well, this is a very sad situation, of course. I've known this young man, Boyo, from the time he was in Nappies, and I know his parents very well. And I spoke with him a few weeks ago, and in fact just 2 days ago I was here speaking with him. We spoke about him returning to school to continue his education, and it's really sad that this has happened. This is an opportunity that I would like to use, first of all, of course, to express sincere condolences to his parents, Apito and Albertha. And I'd like to use this opportunity to call on all the young men in Castries Central in my constituency and in St. Lucia to turn away from violence. It is not worth it. This is a young, promising life that could have made such a contribution to his community and to St. Lucia, and now, sadly, this has happened so quickly. I would like to say to the young men who are involved in violence that it is unacceptable. It is unacceptable to take a human life, and whether or not they believe it, and I'm speaking to each one of them individually, whether or not you believe it, there is a life after death. And we have to live this life as though we believe that there is a life after death. We know that, and we are preparing for it. Violence does not profit anything, and it's time for us to turn away from violence. This is the message. It brings suffering, it brings more violence, and it is not worth it.
The young man was pronounced dead by a medical doctor early Monday morning. Also, Vieux Fort police are investigating a shooting death which occurred in the town on Sunday morning. Dead as a result of an incident is a 25-year-old Dwight Amos McFarlane. It is reported that he was shot multiple times as well, died on the spot. Several spent shells recovered from the scene. The incident occurred a few minutes after midnight. Meantime, information reaching the news desk indicated that 2 suspects are currently in police custody, a assisting with investigations. And that is the headlines for the long weekend. It is unfortunate headlines, but nonetheless, I'm bringing you the news of the weekend. When we come back, your daily horoscope is up next. Welcome back, Saint Lucia. It's now time for your daily horoscope.
Aries, your head is filled with passion today. You may be feeling a bit more sentimental than usual. The one difficulty with this is that there may not be an appropriate situation in which to express this emotion as fully as you might like. Taurus, try not to get weighed down by emotions. Taurus, but give them the opportunity to have their time in the spotlight. You may find that there is a strong force working to cover up the truth of what you really feel. Make sure you express yourself openly and honestly. Gemini, it may be difficult to express yourself fully today. Somehow the words aren't coming out quite as clearly as you'd like. Powerful emotions are getting in the way. It could be difficult for you to find solid footing on such a muddy surface. Cancer, you might need to hold your tongue today. People's feelings are more easily hurt now, and the slightest criticisms could be misinterpreted as a terrible insult. When in doubt, keep your mouth shut, turn your attention inward, and focus on your emotions. Leo, you'll find that you have a much better than usual connection with the people around you. Your psychic sense is acute, and you should use this sense to pick up things that other people might miss. Virgo, be persistent and don't give up the fight today. It might seem as if you aren't making progress, and it's harder to make decisions about anything. You'll find that other people are just as confused as you. Find a clever way to express what you feel. Libra, your current plan of attack may run into some snags today. This might be caused by an emotional need that you may not have recognized earlier. The problem is that your head may say one thing while your gut tells you something else. Scorpio, you may need to take a more disciplined approach to your communication today. Try not to be so harsh and limiting with your words. People respond better to confronting expressions and sympathetic tone. Cold, abrasive facts will only aggravate an existing wound. Sagittarius, this is an excellent day for you. You should find that things are running smoothly and to your advantage. Watch out for those who may want to rain on your parade by bombarding you with information that doesn't really connect with the way you feel. Capricorn, you may feel rather lazy and out of touch today. It could be that your emotions have taken a stronger hold on your psyche than your rational way of thinking. Therefore, making decisions might be quite difficult. In matters of the heart, you could feel a bit more romantic than usual. Aquarius, today is a good day to dream. Be aware that structured forces may try to convince you that the route you want to take isn't the most practical. You don't necessarily have to be practical in order to be successful or prosperous. Use your imagination. Pisces, you might feel like your emotions are up in the air. As soon as you feel emotional, there may be a more structured force telling you to be reasonable. Both camps are valid, so try not to let one overpower the other. Don't completely disregard your emotions in favor of a more cerebral way of handling a situation.
That was your daily horoscope for today, May 17, 2016. When we come back, I have a special treat for you. Welcome back, St. Lucia, and you guys would not believe where I found myself this morning. I am so excited to be here because I think it's every girl's dream to get married or to have a fairy tale wedding, and so I'm here with Nursia Paul from Something Borrowed, and Something Borrowed is actually a bridal store.
That's correct.
Good morning, how are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well. So much going on, so it's a little tiring.
You own, I think you own every girl's dream.
I
in the
know.
palm of your hand.
I know. I have to say, I'm in a happy business. It's very rare people come here and you're like this.
Yes.
It's a happy environment.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And so just tell us first, let's just talk about the store in general. Tell us about the store.
Okay, so we opened our doors in 2013, really, and we had a big launch and showcase at the Bay Gardens Hotel then. The idea behind the lounge was to provide brides and a place that they could come and luxuriate while trying on their wedding dresses. Because as you probably can imagine, if you've been around the island, there aren't many places like that. And so when you come to try on your dresses, you want to be comfortable, relaxed, and that's the type of environment I wanted to provide, because when I was looking to get my wedding dress, that's what I wanted and it did not exist. So I thought, okay, why don't I create it?
Yeah.
And so far I have been able to achieve that and provide brides, you know, the experience that I missed out on.
Great. So now, why do you say you missed out on? You didn't have that experience?
Well, I didn't, because the stores that I found here didn't offer it.
Right.
And I actually ended up traveling to get my wedding stuff.
Most people do.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we're trying to change. That's
Right.
what Something Borrowed is trying to change.
And guys, I mean, we'll show you some clips of the store, but as you come in, it's such a nice and comfortable environment. The white gowns are laid out, and she has a wonderful couch which we're sitting down here. And you say people come in with their friends and their family, they sit here, you serve them champagne, you serve them wine, they go to the back, they change, they come out, they either say yes.
Yes,
Oh,
say yes. Say yes to borrowing a dress or buying a dress. Yes, I mean, that's the idea. So we're open on appointments. So never will you come and have two brides in here at the same time.
Of course not. That's a horrendous
Exactly.
mistake.
Each bride comes with their little bride tourage and they come in and they enjoy their time. We normally give people an hour to an hour and a half.
Okay.
So that you can try on as many
That's a
dresses
little bit
as
of
you-
time for me. I have to try on everything in the
Well,
store.
we normally ask, you know, do you think you might need more time?
Right.
And we always do follow-up. So
Okay.
if you're here for an hour and a half, and you're not able to make up your mind, or you have about 3 or 4 dresses that you really like, then we arrange a follow-up where you
Okay.
can come and try on these 3 or 4 dresses again and narrow it
Boy,
down.
you'll think the wedding business easy.
Let me
These
tell you.
brides-
But it's a business that that requires a lot of patience.
I can imagine.
Yes, because people come and sometimes you try on 5, 6, 7 dresses and then they want to go back to the first, and it requires a lot of patience. But again, you know that you're making someone's day exceptional.
Right.
And for us, it's really no big deal.
And it's always all about the dress.
Always all about the dress. I don't even think people notice the person in the dress when it's
No.
coming down the aisle.
It's always all about the dress.
It's amazing. And we have some really lovely dresses here. I
Right.
mean, we have really modern dresses.
Good.
We have dresses that are suitable for the climate because you're on the island. We have dresses that you can wear on the beach or in a garden or in a
Right,
church, you
right.
know, in a more formal affair. So the dress is the statement piece, and we're making sure to have it all the different styles in all the different sizes as well, which is
Right.
another important thing.
Now, you say you sell and you rent a dress.
Correct.
Now, for those of you who don't know, renting is the big thing in the States right about now
Yes.
and all over the world, because to put together some of those weddings that you see, you have to rent it. You cannot afford to buy. You cannot
Some
afford
of
to
these
buy the
dresses.
10 grand dress as well as the 20 grand decor and the 20 grand, you know, food and drinks. So a lot of people are renting. I actually attended a wedding once where the bridesmaid didn't rent, but the groomsmen rented their tux, which I think is more popular than
Yes.
groomsmen renting their tux.
Yes.
And some women, I think that if you rent your dress, for some people they buy a dress and then it just stays in their closet. And
That's
so-
usually the case. That is what happens. Before, wedding dresses used to be an investment,
Right.
and it used to be more. There used to be more emotion attached to it, where persons would want to leave it for their girl if they had a daughter,
Right.
or down the road do something with it. But now, because trends are changing so much, and what would be in trend today on trend today is not even in the next few weeks or months. So people, and then tastes are changing as
Of course,
well.
I definitely wouldn't wear.
Your mother's
My
wedding
mother-
dress. I don't even think my mother had a wedding dress.
I
but-
definitely wouldn't do that.
Exactly. So this is the time when people are looking more to savings than
Right.
they are to spending. And
That's
the
smart.
$10,000 dresses we're talking about here are in US dollars.
Yeah, that's
That
US prices.
equates to a lot more for
Like-
us in St. Lucia.
30 grand, right?
Now,
there.
exactly. Now there are people who are still very sentimental and they want to buy their dress, and that's fine because we offer the service as well.
Okay.
But the majority of folks we find choose to rent a gown, and there's nothing shameful about
No,
that.
I don't
It
think
is
there's
now
any shame in that game.
it is now the smart thing to do. And I keep
course.
reminding people of the red carpets and all these things. Almost everything on those people are rented or
rented.
borrowed. And I mean, jewelry, from the jewelry down
Oh yeah,
to
the
the
jewelry
dress.
is just sponsored by a company, just so it gets a
Yes.
picture and then you give it back. The half of these stars don't own half of that jewelry.
Exactly.
And you know, we as people, we don't know that we idolize them and we think, oh, I want this, I want that. But guess what, guys? That's why the rich stay rich, you know.
Yeah, they don't spend too much. they don't spend.
They don't spend at all. So there's no shame in that game where renting is concerned.
Absolutely.
Because I would like to at least have a wonderful wedding and be able to eat maybe days
Thank
after.
you.
Because some of us cannot
Thank you.
afford to buy a plate of food after
Exactly.
our own wedding.
and I say that a lot because I mean I'm married, so I can speak to it. Marriage comes with a lot of it's a challenge as
Yeah.
much as it is a joy. And one of the biggest reasons for divorce is financial issues. And you don't want to start your marriage already owing
a bad
so
foot,
much
yeah.
money because you had such a huge wedding that you're already in debt starting your life. It just really makes no sense. And a lot of people find that they can rent a dress for $500, $600, $700 and put the other $500, $600, $700 towards a savings or a house that they want to
course.
build together or something. So it does make sense. And those people who choose to buy their dress, then that's fine too. We have the option.
Oh, that is amazing. Something borrowed. This area here is called Goodlands.
Yes, we're at Goodlands on the Mon.
All right. So just give us a little directions how people can find you.
So most people know the Lynchburg College, which
Okay.
is a little lower down from Caribbean Awnings,
Okay.
and that's a big blue and yellow building
Right.
that used to be a car dealership. So directly opposite the Lynchburg College,
To the left.
that's correct. We have Lucille Law Drive, and we're just about a minute walk or drive into Lucille
And
Law
there's a sign
Drive.
outside. That's how I found it.
Exactly.
So you can just look
Easy
out
to
for the
find,
sign.
yes.
Yes, no, it's very easy to find, guys. I'm here at Something Borrowed, and let me tell you, we're gonna get into it just now. But before we get into it, before we go to our break, you have an event coming up. Let's
Yes.
talk about the event.
That is such an exciting event for me because a lot of people do not know that I am from Dennery. I'm
Okay.
from the valley actually in
Nice.
Dennery Riviera. And anything I do, I think about that area, and I always think about giving back to that area or what I could do to bring visibility to the area as well, or to help improve the area. And we have decided to have the wedding showcase that we have every year. We have chosen to do it in Dennery this time.
Okay.
And that is going to be at Chateau Heritage. Again, a lot of folks are new to this name, but if you knew where the former courts building used to be on the highway,
Okay.
opposite the Clennon Mason School, that is Chateau Heritage. And that's going to be on May 22nd, which is a Sunday, and that's at 3 in the afternoon.
So there you have it, guys. So put that, save the date, as you would say it in
Yep.
the wedding term. Save the date for the wedding. It's
The
called
wedding
Wedding
showcase,
showcase,
yes.
and it's going down at the
Chateau Heritage, May 22nd,
Chateau
3 p.m.
Heritage. You know, I'm not good
Chateau
with my Creole.
Heritage.
Chateau
Heritage.
Heritage at in Dennery Riviera.
In Dennery. In Dennery. Yes, Dennery Village.
Okay, in
Well,
the
actually,
village itself.
it's on the main road. It's not in the
Okay.
village. It's on the main road.
So you can just easily find it.
You can easily find it once people know where Cots used to be.
Okay.
Or once you get into Dennery and you ask for Chateau Heritage, I'm sure people know where
That's
it
how
is
we
already.
technicians get directions.
You
Ah,
just
stop
ask.
on the side of the road. Hey, where so, and they tell you.
It's simple. You just come down the road, the main road. Once you know where the Dennery Secondary School is, the police station.
Right.
It's on the other side of the street.
All right,
Easy to
guys.
find.
So there we have it, and we're gonna go to a commercial break. But when we come back, that's when things are gonna heat up inside of here.
Spicy.
I'm going to see what I can borrow, what dress can fit me. Now, please. I've never been married before. I have plans. Am I gonna get jinxed by trying on wedding dresses?
No,
and
there's
intentions?
no such thing. There's no such thing.
All right, we'll see about that. We'll be right back. And welcome back, guys, and I am here at Something Borrowed in Goodlands. And as much as we're talking about the upcoming wedding showcase happening in Dennery, she is going to give me a little taste of what she offers in the store. I'm very excited. I've never had a wedding dress on before.
Oh, you're in for a treat.
I know. I was like, this is everybody's dream to see what they look like in a wedding dress, and so the whole of St. Lucia will get to experience what I look like in a wedding
Before
dress.
the groom.
Oh boy, you're looking for trouble. And you're also gonna give us an idea of the prices of the dresses, and
Yes.
and the first thing she asked me was, what was my dress size? So to show you how non-custom I am, I don't even know what my dress size
A lot
is.
of people don't, because unfortunately in St. Lucia we know our sizes are small, medium, large, or
Right.
XL. But generally if you're buying, they would ask you for a numbered size, like a 2, a 4, a 12.
Right,
You know,
right.
I generally wear a 14.
Okay.
So we're already familiar with the sizes.
Sizes,
So once
okay.
we see someone come in, we can guess, you know, whether they're a particular what size they're in, and sometimes they're maybe a size more or less,
Right.
you know. But at least we have the area.
Whenever people ask me my size, I say big hips, big bam bam. Nah, that's my dress size.
Big.
Big, just big,
And
okay?
big is good. Big is beautiful.
All right.
So we have a range of dresses. We have all kinds, and we have dresses from a size 0, very very petite people, very small people,
All right.
to a size 28. So like I said, I'm a 14, so that gives you an idea of how much bigger we can go.
Right.
We have dresses with, if you look here, dresses with sleeves.
Okay.
We have dresses that are sweetheart with sweetheart necklines. We have those that are chiffon fabric, and that's the very light fabric for the beach or the garden.
Right.
We have satin, we have organza, we have dresses with sleeves, without.
Beautiful beading.
Beautiful beading. That is a beautiful dress. When you see that on, it's like you're a walking jewel.
Such beautiful beading.
Yeah, and and that's why we always say to people, they would say, I want to come and see what you have. No, you don't. You want to come and try on some
You can't
dresses,
even
because
try on.
you really can't get the appreciation of the dress by watching it in a bag.
Right.
So that's why we make appointments for our brides.
Okay.
So you come in and have a fitting. You really don't come in to see, because there's nothing to see unless it's on you.
Right.
And a lot of the time, that's something else I say to people. They would look at a dress and do, but when that dress goes on your
It's
body,
different.
it's so different. You never went into a store and loved something in a show window and you put it on
Oh
you
yeah, when
and
you
you're
reach
like,
home, like,
am I now?
why did I buy this? This is horrible.
Exactly.
It's not fitting. I think I have a lot of clothes like that.
Exactly. So it's all in the fit. It's what your body says. It's not what the hanger says.
Okay, great.
So if you're ready, we could go ahead and try on something and and see what you like.
All right, guys, let's go.
You're now wearing what is somewhat of a ball gown dress, right? It's fitted at the waist, and it gives you a V-shape hair, so it flatters over here. And also you look at all this beading of hair. I mean, if you're standing in the sun, if you're standing in the sun, that's it. I mean, there's so much beautiful detailing, and then it's a satin dress, so then you have the rest of the detailing down at the bottom to complement what's at the top.
Right.
This dress is a zippered back. Okay. Normally we would have dresses with lace back, so that we can tighten it to your body, but this one happens to be a zippered back. So in a case like this, it is a little loose for you up here and over here, so we would do some alterations to make it more fitted.
So you provide alterations?
Yes, we do the alterations as well.
So you borrow a dress, but you can actually get it custom fitted.
That's right. As long as it's not going to remove, it's not going to make any permanent change to the dress, and we can remove the alteration, we make it, yes. And it's very easy. I mean, we try as much as we can to give the bride a satisfied look and something they'll be thrilled with. And this may not be your dress. This is an ideal dress for your body type, but it may not be your dress, and we can try on 100 other dresses. But eventually you get whatever it is that you're looking for, and that's the main idea.
I like this dress. I do. But it's not.
It's not your dress. And that's okay. That's the reason you come and you try on several dresses. It's a fitting.
Some more dresses until I find my dress.
Exactly. So with this dress, I mean, look at again all the embellishment, and you have an empire waistline. So it kind of just gives you a smaller waist all the way up there. And again, this dress is a little too big for you, so we would have to make adjustments to it. Thank God we can make the adjustments. But all of the embellishments and the hairpiece, the dress, and the bouquet.
I love it. I love it. So I'm throwing away the veil for the headpiece.
Yeah, yes, exactly. And depending on the dress, you don't wear a veil with everything. Depending on the dress and the type of wedding you're having, or the type of bride you are, you decide what you want to wear in your hair. Also, we have some jeweled bouquets.
I love
you can have persons love their traditional flowers, but you have some modern brides that like the glitter on their dress, the bling on the dress and the hair and the bouquet. So we do some non-traditional bouquets with jewel as well, and you know, it's all for the taking. Everything modern, we have it here.
Now guys, honestly, this dress doesn't fit me properly, so today I have to say it's not my dress, just because based on fit.
Yes.
But it is so pretty.
I feel
so pretty in this dress. I love the beading. I actually like the straps. I don't feel as naked on top of it. But you know, I have the little thin strap, so you know it's working with me. I love how it's the empire waistline, you call it. And I think I'm such a Moulin Rouge kind of girl that this is
You love it. And if you wanted to go all the way, we could have added a bird cage to it for you. So you cover your face somewhat, and then you can remove it if you. It does come with a bird cage that you can cover with.
I think I'm a bird cage kind of girl. I'm a bird. I'm a what's a little tweet? No, okay.
That's for another show.
Never mind what I am right now. I am a bride.
Yes.
And I am loving it. Alright, so we're still gonna try to get my dress. This is a beautiful dress. I love it. Just because of fit, I cannot say it's not my dress today. So we're still gonna go back. We're trying one more dress. This is an exhausting
it can be if it's not for the faint of heart. That's why you have to come here well rested, well fed,
hydrated,
and the wine we give helps a lot. It makes you feel like you can last.
And after a while get your eyes blurry and be like, yes, this is it, because I'm drunk.
Yeah, well, that's for us. I'll take that dress. I'll take
that one. I'm drunk already. Might as well. I love it. Something borrowed is so nice in here, guys. It is really nice. But come on, let's go. We still got another dress to try on, because I think that last dress just might be my dress.
This is another dress. It's more A-line, and again, it has the ruching hair that makes it very pleasing to the yes. And again, we have a small sweetheart neckline with a bit of beading. Very beautiful again. Normally we do, I mean, this is just trying on, but we do steam and clean the dresses before and after you wear it, and that is included in the price of the rental. So you don't have to worry about that when you come in.
Yeah, it's just like how do you iron? Iron or
Yeah,
dress,
you
but-
steam it, and we take care of that. And those brides out there who have their own dresses and they're looking for steaming services, we provide it as well. So even if you come with your dress, we can steam it for you as well. But this one, I have to say, I really, really like it on you. I prefer
really
this one more than the other.
I think the fit is better. I like the ruching because I do the
Yeah.
pregnancy tummy.
Yeah.
So I get to tuck that in unless I
Yeah.
do some serious exercise or
Yeah.
but I do. I think this is definitely my neckline. For
It
sure.
yes.
Shows off my whatever
Mm-hmm.
experience in tattoo I have at the time. We all know this is not real. I like it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I think this is my dress.
You know what? Let's
guys.
try it on with a veil and have a complete experience. It's not complete without a hair accessory. What do you think?
Oh wow.
Right?
Oh wow.
Really just completes it, eh?
It just totally
Mhm.
lifted it. It's all. Now I'm confused. Is that it's all about the veil? Or it's all about the dress.
It's all about the dress still. The veil is just very complimentary.
I always wanted the veil.
The bud.
Fall
Oh,
in
like
front.
I don't know how if people still do that
But I
though.
think there's a drama that when you reach and then he lifts up the veil. Ta-da!
Hopefully, it's the same person he plans to marry. That's under that veil.
And some people they do the crowns. Do you have any crowns?
Yes, we do have quite an assortment of crowns, tiaras, bird cages, with just the netting and a nice side piece. We have the combs, we have pins.
Right.
So there's a lot of hair accessories that we offer.
Lovely.
Yeah.
What do you think, guys? I think I found my dress. Now I
Gorgeous.
just need to find my groom.
A little backwards, are we?
Groom, please Facebook message me, call me. I'm waiting. I have the dress. No, seriously though, guys, Something Borrow I think is really the place to be. I'm gonna tell you why. Especially for a girl with my size. Everybody knows who knows me. I'm hippie. I have the biggest bam bam in the world. So I would think that okay, if I come here, maybe she has 2 or 3 dresses, but we tried on a lot of dresses, a lot that we didn't even show you guys on camera.
Yeah.
And so she definitely has a range of dresses for plus size, for medium sizes, and for small sizes.
Yep, that's correct.
And
So
so I
and
think-
not just the styles, but the sizes, and size is so important for
Yes.
everybody. Yeah.
It is, and size and fit. And some of the dresses are really smart because this one has a little zip, and then you tie me to perfection. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed coming here to all those future brides. You really need to stop by at Something Borrowed, and you will get yourself fixed. Please, Facebook message me, give us some feedback. Tell us which one of the dresses you thought I looked the best in, because I'm definitely going to post it up and contact you. How can we get in touch with you?
So we're on Facebook, Something Borrowed St. Lucia,
Right.
485-6378. The persons can call or WhatsApp us.
Right.
And our website is somethingborrowed.slu.com. So, once you go on Facebook, everything else is there. So Something Borrowed St. Lucia or 485-6378. And, wedding season is on. People are getting married June, July, August. A lot of summer brides. Come, people. The dresses are here. Don't go looking for things online and it doesn't fit you when you get it and you're
Right,
disappointed.
right.
The one dress you do not need disappointment with is your wedding dress. It makes sense to try on your dress. It's a good idea when people say, my aunt is buying it for me, but then how do you know it would fit you and your body? So there's nothing surpasses the actual experience of getting your dress.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
I just feel so pretty. Already, I don't even have my hair done, my makeup done.
That
and
was
I just
effortless.
feel so pretty already. Thank you so much for having me here this morning.
Thank you for
I
coming.
Really enjoyed it. I'm definitely going to be back when I finally get that ring on my finger.
Good. And not just to remind persons of the showcase.
Yes.
Next week Sunday the 22nd from 3 p.m. at Chateau Heritage, and remember there's an entry fee of $10 per person. Everything will go towards the Dennery School, for children with disabilities.
All right, there you have it, St. Lucia. Always a bridesmaid. One day I'm going to be a bride. It has been a pleasure this morning. This has been a beautiful episode. I cannot wait. I hope I can get reruns. Thank you so much again. Thank you so much,
you.
guys, for watching. You know where to catch me back again. Same place, same time. It's been a pleasure. Mwah. Bye-bye.